honey fig cake. Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we're gonna make a fig cake with these nice figs from our yard. So we have a big fig tree and right now it's fig season. So we have so many that it's pretty impossible to eat them all. So I was gonna make a nice fig and honey cake for you guys. So if you look, you can just open it and it's so pretty inside. So we're gonna do this nice cake and it's gonna be sweetened with honey. It's gonna be like a honey oat cake and then top it with these figs and it'll be super tasty. So before we get into the video, make sure to like the video down below, subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. So first, I have oat flour. So this, I just took some oatmeal and then I grinded it using our blender. So it'll be like a nice floury texture. And now we're gonna combine all of our dry ingredients. This is 60 grams of oat flour. Now we're adding 180 grams of flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and half a teaspoon of salt. Then give that a quick mix with a fork, just to make sure everything is nicely incorporated. We're actually gonna do everything in one bowl, so make sure you have a big enough bowl. We're gonna add 4 eggs, one at a time, and mixing between each addition. Then 4 tablespoons of melted butter. This does not look so good, but I guess we'll see. Then a 1/4 cup of honey, which is 84 grams. Then try to mix it. I think we're gonna have to switch to a electric mixer. I don't know how well this is gonna work. You can also add in additional sugar. Now some vanilla extract or vanilla powder, half a teaspoon. And finally, the zest of 1 lemon and the juice from it too. Make sure to get an organic one if you're using the zest. So my lemon was pretty big and this is a lot of zest. And making sure you take all the seeds out before you start mixing. Got it. I'm only using half a lemon because mine is very big and I don't want my whole cake to taste like lemon. So just like this. Now, just give it a quick taste. Make sure you like it. Mine's good. It tastes pretty honey-y. The oatmeal flour is a little bit coarser, but I think I kind of like that. Also, I preheated the oven to 375. Forgot to say that earlier. So it's a super easy cake. It's 1 bowl. You don't really need a food mixer. You can just use a fork. So just spray your pan so nothing sticks. You can add some flour or sugar at the bottom too. I've put all of that away, so this is all we got. And then also, if you didn't think the cake was sweet enough, just remember that we are putting a bunch of figs on top. Once we bake them, a lot of the sugar will be released, and then we're also gonna paint the cake with like a honey water after too. So it'll taste even more honey-y. But with all of that, if you still don't think it's enough, just add some sugar. Cool, make sure you spread it all to the sides. Scrape off the spatula. And then we have our nice figs. There's like a stem here, so you just rip it off. You can just rip them in half like this and then put them on. If you want to be a little fancier, I guess, you can cut them with a knife, but I'm pretty lazy and I don't want to make more things dirty, so we're just gonna rip them. So I started here and I'm gonna go all the way around. This one is not ripe enough, but it's fine. So it's just like this. If you want the cake to be a bit sweeter, you can also sprinkle sugar on top of the figs, and then even more sweetness will be released when it bakes. Cool, so now the oven is done and we're gonna bake it for 30 minutes. See you soon. So it's been 30 minutes and I'm gonna take the cake out. Ooh, it looks good. Ooh. So you can see that the figs are very jammy and there's lots of liquid that's come out of them. So now we're gonna make it have even more honey flavor on top. So we have a little bit of water. Gonna squeeze some honey in there. and then mix it together so it's nice and dissolved. And then take a brush and just paint it on top. So this just makes sure we get even more honey flavor into the cake. So good. So I put a little bit of salt on top, just a teensy bit, so it'll bring out a little bit more of the sweetness, and then it'll give it like a salty sweet flavor. And now we just leave it to cool. So I just cut the cake, and here's the nice little slice. I like it because there's like the fig pieces, and then you get like a little bit of fig with each bite. So now let's give it a taste. They're pretty good. You can taste the honey because we painted it on top, and then the figs are definitely pretty sweet. So I think it's sweet enough, but you might need to add a little more sugar. And then the cake is a little dense, so you could add a little more baking powder to it, but I kind of like it. And then I also like that the oat flour is like a little bit coarse, so it gives it some texture. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. You could also top it with some whipped cream. That would be really good. I don't have any, but it would be good with some coffee. Oh, so good. Anyways, I hope you guys try out this recipe. It's pretty easy, pretty quick. Just takes one bowl and a fork to mix it all up. And then make sure to like the video down below, try out the recipe, and subscribe to my channel. Bye, see you guys in the next one.